Hey people, I noticed I got some new subscribers. I'm Awake gets the award for the most creative name there, and I noticed I got some Christians down there too, and everybody's welcome. I want to let y'all know that mostly what I do is I read the ancient text of the Bible and try to get a better interpretation. So I posted this on my Facebook this morning, and I told everybody that Jesus came last night and we got left behind. So now we're gonna have to start selling our own problems, because Jesus ain't coming again for us. So basically, what it says is for your lamp will no longer shine, and the voice of the newlyweds shall no longer be heard. For the merchants of you, the great ones of the earth, for by the sorcery you were deceived, all the nations. And that sorcery is spelled pharmakia. And you can see there's 4 different spellings of pharmakon, pharmakia, pharmakios, pharmakoi, and they're all interpreted as sorcerers here in Revelation. So my brain don't work like that. I got to know for myself. I don't trust anybody. But all these English versions we see here is magic spells and sorcery is the interpretation they give. And over there in the Spanish versions, hesia, I believe they pronounce that, witchcraft, hex. And you see all the Greeks, it's still pharmakia there. Then this Net Bible, it gives a good one. For your merchants were the tycoons of the world, because the nations were deceived by your magic spells. And we can see this is all sorceries and witchcraft. And we got Russian Bibles too, and old Roman, and they're still coming up with sorcery and witchcraft. We come on down the page a little more, and I'm not even going to pretend to be able to read any of that Chinese writing. But we get down here to some of the older, the French and the old Vulgate. That's what I like. That was the original Bibles. They were called the Vulgate. That's your best interpretations. But you can see the old French call it enchantments and empoisonments. That's about the closest one. That's a lot more closer to pharmacy. Zubria, that will interpret out as witchcraft. And this old Latin Bible Vulgata, that's the one. This Benicius tu era verant. We could put that in Google Translator, and I told you how that works. They've already translated all this, and Google recognizes phrases. But if you take that "to" out of there, it'll come right on up and let you know that it's talking about pharmaceuticals. Pharmaceuticals is the sorcerer. You can do this with most of those translations. You put them in the interpreter and detect language and start splitting the phrases up, split the words up on different lines, and it'll start showing you different meanings. So if you can't believe that your pharmaceutical companies would lie to you and try to poison you so they could sell you more drugs, you're on the wrong channel. And if you can't believe that they've been doing this since the time the pyramids were built, you need to go back and watch the rest of my movies. Watch them all over and over till you understand that that's exactly what the Bible says they were doing. So that New Testament is a little bit more accurate than the Old Testament, but probably about half of those words are totally misinterpreted. If you go over here to Genesis 7:1 and you see that Ba come up there, and they give it an interpretation as come. They change the pronunciation to Bo. And if you click on that bow, it'll take you to this page to show you where and how it was used and all the other words with the exact same meanings. And this word is used to come, enter, go, up, down, sets, surely, in, out, shall indeed. And there's about 200 more words there to the right that are said to be the same word. And they'll have these same meanings and maybe more other meanings. And this is done with common words that Egyptologists all worldwide, they were all the same. Everybody knew what ka and ba and ki and ashar was. And it's the words that's used the most in the Bible. And this ki, it must have like 28 different meanings on it. And with their rules of the language, you could make up any story you want with it. Even with the lesser used words, they'll split them up. It'll be the same word, and they'll give it different numbers so they can give it different meanings all the way through. So people, it's time to wake up. It says right out in plain English that Big Pharma is going to fool the nations. They're going to fool you all, and they changed the language, and they told you don't worry about it because Jesus is going to come fix it. And they're riding on you and they're laughing at you. They think you're an idiot. So I want everybody to share this. Even if you can't figure it out, share it with a friend that you trust that might come and explain it to you. You know, we're sitting on our heaven right here, you know. And even if it wasn't, I wouldn't tell all my kids that now we're going to go to a better place and everybody's just forgetting about this place. This is heaven. They don't care about it. You know, treat this place like you're going to be here forever. Don't treat it like you're going somewhere better. The grass don't get no greener nowhere else. And you might think, you know, this problem's too big. All the religion, all the government, all the big corporations are all in on it. You know, how can we cure it? Y'all don't worry about that. You get enough people to wake up and listen. I'll tell you how we can cure this problem in about 2 days. All right, God is love, God is light, God is knowledge. Please share.